Okay, so this third lesson this week for English is looking at a book called Silly Billy by Anthony Brown. Okay, so just looking at this book and the pictures and the wording, what do you think this book is about? Who is Silly Billy? Okay, have a little think about it, pause the video and then come back to me. Okay, well, when we think about someone being silly, we imagine that they're not doing what they should be doing or acting in a way that's not appropriate. This here, I think, could be Billy. And then there's a picture here of a doll, which is, don't know what that is at the moment, but obviously we'll find out a little bit more as we read on. Okay, so we're going to start reading the book now. Billy used to be a bit of a worrier. He worried about many things. Billy worried about hats. And he worried about shoes. Billy worried about clouds and rain. Billy even worried about giant birds. His dad tried to help. Don't worry, lad, he said. None of those things could happen. It's just your imagination. His mum tried to. Don't worry, love, she said. We won't let anything hurt you. But still, Billy worried. One night he had to stay with his grandma, but Billy couldn't sleep. He was too worried. He always worried about staying at other people's houses. Billy felt a bit silly, but at last he got up and went to tell his grandma. Well, fancy that, love, she said. You're not silly. When I was your age, I used to worry like that. I've got just the thing for you. She went into her room and came out holding something. These are worry dolls, she explained. Just tell each one of them your worries and put them under your pillow. They'll do all the worrying for you while you sleep. Billy told all of his worries to the worry doll. He slept like a log. The next morning, Billy went home. That night, he again told all his worries to the dolls. He slept like a stone. The next night, Billy slept well, and the night after that. But the night after that, Billy started to worry. He couldn't stop thinking about the dolls, all these worries he'd given them. They must be so worried. It didn't seem fair. The next day, Billy had an idea. He spent all day working at the kitchen table. It was difficult. It was difficult work, and at first he made lots of mistakes and had to start again many times. But finally, Billy produced something very special. And there's all the worry dolls here. Some worry dolls for the worry dolls. If you look there, we've got the bigger worry dolls. We've got the little worry dolls next to them. Okay, so Rosie, Maria, and Peter, and Justin. That night, everyone slept well. Billy and all the worry dolls. And after that, Billy didn't worry very much at all, and neither did his friends. Billy made worry dolls for all of them. So what do we learn about Billy? And do we think he's silly? Okay, so have a little think about that. Pause the video and come back to me when you've had a chance to think. Okay, so Billy, I don't think he's very silly, okay? Because obviously he's worrying about things, and some of the things he's worrying about, you might think, oh, he's worrying about hats and he's worrying about shoes, but to him, that's a big worry. I'm sure you've all been in a situation before where you've been worried about something that maybe is, and you know yourself it's silly, but you let your imagination run away with you. So this book, Silly Billy, is because he's worrying about things that, you know, he can do something about. And obviously we learn that he's considerate as well, because he was worried then about the worry dolls having all the worries, so he went away and made the dolls for them. So what I want us to have a little look at today is I want us to think about each of the worries he's got. So he's got clouds, he's got rain, he's got the shoes, he's got the hats. And what I want you to think about is what could bother him about each thing. So I've just given you an example here. So I've said, you've got your clouds. What bothers him about each thing. So clouds mean that there is a chance that it will rain and he is scared of getting wet, okay? Now, we can use our imagination a little bit to think what it is. Looking at the picture, what is it about it that you think could be scaring him and making him feel worried, okay? So have a go at that today, and I'll see you for the next lesson tomorrow.